Alright, I switched over the camera. 1 second, guys, while I get everything adjusted, and then I'll be back. I'm back. I'm here. Let's get it swapped over. Alright. We should be good. How's it going, everybody? I see Goldie, Yoki, Rose Girl. Welcome to the stream today, guys. Sorry for the weird starting soon today of me being a few seconds late there, as well as like a couple minutes early for a brief moment. Apologies for that. I am physically tired today. Not like not like the usual kind of I'm yawning mid-stream tired that I'll end up feeling, but like I've been getting into biking a little bit more, like just in my house with like a little stationary trainer, and I went for like twice as long as I usually do today, just because like I was like, screw it, let's see if I can do it. I can. Everything is slightly sore and numb. What kind of problems? Raven Badu, yes. All ready for the Elite Four. Either gonna take them on tonight or tomorrow. Best of luck, Rose Girl. Why is it that everyone's tired on certain days? I mean, I feel like Thursdays especially can be tiring, you know? Like, you've experienced most of the week already, but like it's not Friday, so there's not like the excitement of the weekend. Are you trying to say Cynthia, Yoki? But yeah, so how's everyone doing today? Silver, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yeah, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's Wednesday and Thursday and Tuesday as well, or all went well. It's been a little bit. It's been a few days, but yeah, we're picking up with Eterna Forest. Hopefully, gonna find some more shinies today. Yeah, well, best luck. Cynthia is difficult for sure. That's just like a constant. I think everyone who's played Sinnoh has that problem in any form. Regard Trump's a big problem. Oh, absolutely. Right now you're hunting Piplup. Best of luck. Best of luck. Do you know how many encounters you're at now, or are you just kind of going with it? Yeah, the number of encounters is the number of encounters, and it doesn't really matter. Can I hype for Legends after seeing the leaks? Won't spoil it, but the gameplay and regional forums are great from what you see. Nice. I'm excited for it. I'll still be honest. I've just kind of forgotten it's a thing a little bit. It's weird. It's weird, right? Like, it should be the really, really big game. But, but, at the same time, BDSP just came out, and like that was what I was super hyped for, and I feel like a lot of people are hyped for it. You're on 15. Dang. Good luck. Good luck just getting started then. Garchomp wasn't a problem for you. It was her stalling my low tick that was a threat. Her team's set up so well, right? Like, unless you know what you need to do to prep for it, like, something on her team will get you. Graphics are simple in Legends Arceus, but the open worldness is great. I don't know. That's a weird one for me then, because I've talked about it before. I'm not the biggest open world game fan usually. Nothing against them, just they aren't usually my thing. So if that's going to be like the biggest point of the game is like, hey, it's open world, and like everything else is like somewhat sacrificed to make the open world happen, I'll be a little bit disappointed. I'll be honest. But we'll see. Hey, Mr. Ones was going, just got released to go back to work Monday. Nice. Hey, Vanillix, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Hold up. I'm refreshing the YouTube stream right now. I don't know if things are just funky for me or nope, that's how they are now. Weird. It looks like, at least for me, I don't know, maybe you guys are experiencing something different and like can correct me. All of the names in chat are the same color now, and the only difference between like a member and a mod and a regular chatter is the little like icon. Is that what you guys are seeing too? Basically the whole game's leaked. Oh yeah, I mean that's what happens. I'm not surprised. A day before, or like a week before it comes out, yeah. All it takes is one, you know, like GameStop or Walmart or Target employee or whatever. It just takes one retail employee who can sneak a copy, knowing what the game is, or like knowing how to dump a game, right? Like that's all it takes. Don't think everything's sacrificed, but sadly, a worst came true. They loved the graphics a ton last second. Dang. Yeah, let's not discuss the leaks super in depth though. Just for the general sake of like people in chat not wanting things spoiled in any way. I have a Beldum Storm right now. Worst one because of Sandstorm and Recoil. Rip. Everything's normal for you? What the heck? Why would I feel like I'm one of the ones who should be able to see that, right? Like, especially like moderators, right? I should absolutely see a blue name for moderators. I don't though. It's weird. Yeah, that's strange. Don't care about graphics because there's some really good games with bad graphics. I think there's an argument there, but at the same time, I also think the counter argument to that tends to be to like a game has lower quality like graphics, and it didn't affect me liking it. I think like one of the most obvious examples is something like Minecraft, right? Like you have Minecraft, or you have in another direction you have like Shovel Knight or something like that. You know, like you go into like the pixel art retro-esque style games, Enter the Gungeon, stuff like that. I think there's a difference between that and like just turning the graphics down on a game, right? Like a lot of effort goes into a game to make like pixel art feel like it's in the spirit of the game, you know, whereas taking a game that might not be performing too well, like might be bad performance wise, and turning its settings way down, like just to make it run well, that's very different. That doesn't feel as like, you know, intentional, you know. But John and Z4, welcome to the stream, guys. Nervous about Legend Sleep and seeing the leaks. The game has bad graphics, makes it harder to play. Like if it's bad to the point where it's unplayable, no. True. You'll know on YouTube the day of release and the day before because you're getting the game the day after release and don't want to risk an Australian dude with heavy spoilers and thumbnail. Yeah, I get that. Oh, come on! The stupid the stupid capture card. Vanillix is green, but everyone else is gray. Even Nightbot. Nah, yeah, like Vanillix is gray for me, and so is Z4. That's a weird, like, design decision if that's what they, like, if it's something YouTube's intentionally going for. And not just, like, a bug. This stupid card! I am sorry. Y'all. This is ridiculous. Why is this graphics card doing this to me? Not graphics card, I am... I swear, if we can't, like, do, like, 20 encounters without problems. Nightbot's blue, Gia's green. That's so weird. Yeah, okay, so... That's weird. That's weird, then. So it's just, like, me not seeing it. If it's just a creator studio thing, that's even dumber, right? I don't know. This is weird. It happened with you in Sword and Shield. It won't happen to you with new Pokemon Snap, but it won't happen to you with Legends Arceus. I respect the resolve. Graphics card dying. It's not a graphics card. I misspoke. Graphics card is fine. It's the capture card. There's a reason that that's like been our donation goal already for a while. And Gia, how's it going? Cashing up the $60 Legends Arceus is the hard part. Like paying that much? Yeah, it's like I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna play it. I'm intrigued by it, and as I've said before, like to me, the fact that BDSP is a solid set of games, makes me a little less nervous for Legends, because if Legends is bad, or it's just not a replayable game or a post-game heavy game, I don't have to worry about it. I can just kind of, like, go on with my life and my day. Hey, what's going on, JT? Welcome. Probably gonna get it, but still, oh yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm absolutely getting it. I'm gonna be doing the same kind of thing I did with BDSP for it. It's just, to me, it doesn't have the same feel as like the BDSP release. It feels a little bit more of like an, oh yeah, here's this other thing too. And who knows, I could be totally wrong. It could be phenomenal. Or like it could be the game I play for the next however long it is until we get another mainline Pokemon game. My thought is that it'll probably end up being a game that I play through, we go, that was fun, and we go back to like shiny hunting next week or like the week after or something. That's my thought as to what's going to happen with it, but who knows? Who knows? I could be totally wrong on that. Hey, Juan, what's going on? Did you guys hear about Activision with Xbox? Oh, about the, Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard, yeah. What I find crazier about that is they bought it, like, in cash, right? Or, like, they're planning to just buy it straight out, cash. Like, there's no, like, hey, we're going to buy it, but we're only going to buy, like, the right number of shares. No, they're just outright buying the company. That's crazy. That is crazy. It does put Microsoft in a really solid spot, though, right? Like, they have so many games now. They can put Call of Duty on Game Pass. Do you know how big of a deal that is for them? They can make so much doing that. You put Call of Duty on Game Pass, you put, Overwatch on Game Pass. Not that I think a lot of people are kind of like, oh, they missed the boat with Overwatch. They don't care about Overwatch. They don't care about the specifics of anything. They care that every Activision Blizzard game on Xbox can now be a reason to get people to buy Game Pass. That is a major win for them. Apparently now Call of Duty won't come out yearly once it happens, which is finally. Where would you have heard that? Microsoft hasn't... I don't think Microsoft said anything about that kind of thing. They would be dumb to stop the money-making machine that is Call of Duty. I don't know where you would have heard that. I don't think we're going to see much of an actual change in terms of the games from Activision Blizzard. I don't think there's going to be much of a change there. The most I could see is them kind of like righting the ship slightly in certain ways, the same way they've done with Bethesda IP. That's it, though. Call of Duty is going to be exclusive now? Absolutely not. No. There is no way. Microsoft wants money, and they're not stupid. They know how to get money, and, like, selling Call of Duty on PlayStation is a good way to make money. You gotta remember, they lose money selling Xboxes. They make money selling the games that people then buy because they bought an Xbox. Remember that. I don't think there's an argument there so much. They have no reason to make some of those games exclusives. Friend spoiled the Hisuian form Pokemon, and you're thinking about stuff, but you're not going to spoil it. I was told there's one that was really weird. The person who told me was respectful enough to, like, not spoil it, because they know I'm, like, trying to avoid spoilers and such. But yeah, one friend did mention there was at least one that was really weird. Read about it while reading the acquisition. Was it a maybe thing? No, it is. Sony dropped them. Why would Sony drop them? They still make money off that, too. What does Sony have to drop? The originals are great, too. Why does an NPC have a toxic orb in Dynamax Adventures? Who knows? The Moon Knight actor? No, I didn't know that. I don't know what that is, actually. Activision's a huge company to drop. What does this say? Yeah, no. There's been no dropping. According to what they're, you read they're not going to release on PlayStation anymore. You read something wrong, though. Phil Spencer, like 2 hours ago, said they have no intentions to stop selling games on PlayStation. Yeah, that's one of the... the same rampant speculation happened the moment that they bought Bethesda 2 of like Elder Scrolls and Fallout never going to come out on PlayStation anymore. Why not? They have their few big kind of titles that'll draw people to the platform. So here's the game plan of like a company like Microsoft or Sony. Make a console, obviously. The idea is to get a console in people's hands so that they buy games, and when they buy games for that console, you get like a good chunk of that licensing money, right? Your console's name's on the box, you know, you've confirmed all this, you've done these things. Company developers, publishers give Xbox or Sony, or give Microsoft or Sony money to put their game on that platform, because that way it sells to more people. Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo take their cut. Nintendo's weird, so I won't really talk about them. Microsoft and Sony sell the console in a way that is desirable to consumers, which is cheap. $500 is a lot of money, but for the power in those consoles, that is cheap. They lose money. They only want to give you a few games that are exclusives to get you on the platform. Sony has like Spider-Man and various other Sony things. Microsoft has like Forza and Halo, and even those they release on PC now. Microsoft is fully in the business now, I would say, of, hey, yeah, we'll take money from our games no matter what they're being played on. Like, I don't see them having any reason to not do it. Unless they do Deathloop with Bethesda, making it PS exclusive after Microsoft bought them. I don't think we're going to see any more Sony exclusives come out. I don't think we're going to see any more Activision Sony exclusives that aren't already announced. It's the same kind of deal with Bethesda there. They have no reason to make a game PlayStation exclusive, but I don't think they don't really have much of a reason to make them Xbox exclusive either, right? I don't see that. I don't see that happening. You can play DS games on 3DS. Yeah, you can, Yuki. You're hunting Reshiram right now, by the way. You got Cresselia 5 Dynamax Adventures after Faramosa. Congrats, Goldie. You hate Victory Road, can't find the post-game area where Lapras is in it for your decks. It's in like the first, it's in like the like last or second to last room before you like actually get out to the Elite Four. There's just like a hole in the wall that suddenly opened that had a guy standing in front of it. Console Wars meta has kind of dropped down. You're glad it has. It's pointless. Oh, people still, there's still people who like argue for which one's better. But yeah, I mean the companies definitely realize just put games out where people buy them, and from there it's fine. Those Xbox Series X are still at GameStop? That's crazy, Juan. That's so crazy to me. Persona 5 Striker, again, for free on the monthly free games for PlayStation. You got your 5 for 3 too. Nice. Yeah, so everything I saw in the like 2 seconds I just checked and saw like statements from Microsoft is, we're honoring existing contracts. We would like to keep the games on PlayStation platform going forward. Like, Maybe they're like hiding that, but there's no official statement from either of them. Sony would like to continue the partnership. Sony would probably do anything to keep Call of Duty coming out on PlayStation. Whichever one you can get your hands on is better. Right now, that's true, Colin. If you're trying to find a console, as long as like you don't have specific exclusives you want to play, it's what you can buy. Hey, Cam, how's it going? Welcome. DS and 3DS Pokemon games, do you recommend you have played Usum, by the way? I mean, Usum is good. I like that one. Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire are good. I'm a really, really big fan of ORAS. Also, guys, this hunt's officially gone on longer than the Baniri hunt took. Activision thing might have heated up the console war again. I think you're gonna have people saying that like Xbox is better because they have it now or something, but I don't think it has it now. I think Xbox Game Studios, which now encompasses many studios, in a little while going to include Activision and Blizzard. I think with that, they're going to be happy to put their game wherever. You're going to boot up a PlayStation and have like a Microsoft Xbox Game Studios logo come across your screen in the splash screens. So what? You know, like I think publishers and even like the console manufacturers at this point kind of realize Well, they know. It's not even they realize. They know that their games are what make them money. Why not sell your game in multiple places? Especially if it's different when it's like trying to get a third party to be an exclusive on your platform, because then it just means, hey, we're the only ones who can get money off this game. But like, weirdly enough, the first party games are the ones that like Microsoft and Sony would just benefit from more people being able to buy. At this point, Platinum and Heart Gold Soul Silver should be considered staples of Pokemon games, but they're expensive as heck. True. If you can find Black White 2 cheap on eBay, those are good games. True. Finally found the post-game victory rose spot. Nice. We'll go for ORAS too. Yeah, ORAS is fantastic. That's my vote. Yeah, Heart Gold Soul Silver are good. It'll say Microsoft makes better decisions than Sony most of the time, but they both do good things. Yeah, I can't really comment on that, like, as far as like a comparison, because I haven't really heard a lot from... Excuse me, I haven't really heard a lot from like Sony, on like the Sony side recently. Microsoft has just been making big moves recently, and that's like the only reason that I'm like aware of that stuff, right? Is like, I only know about it because they do it, right? Like, so... Yeah, I don't think Sony's really done anything to make headlines. Excuse me. Hey, what's going on, Kashido? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? What's with the Minecraft players and axolotls? What's with everyone in axolotls? They're cute. They're cute in like an almost like ugly way, right? Like, if we're being real, they look really strange, but they also were kind of like endearingly dumb. Found the Japanese versions, can you change it to English? DS games, no. 3DS games, they are region locked and won't play on your system. So I would not get a Japanese copy of a 3DS game unless you have a Japanese 3DS. Because unfortunately, the Japanese 3DS games will play in English, but you need a Japanese 3DS to play them. Unlike the DS games only have one language. I finished Heart Gold because of hunting Ho-Oh. What is really fun up until then. Great starter hunt too. The starter hunt is so much fun in Heart Gold Soul Silver because you can see all of them. Sony's trying to compete with Game Pass by making their own version. Yeah, I mean, the money's there. That's one of the best places to make money. Sitting here looking at Microsoft dropping 60 billion and wondering, can you have 1% of that, right? It's like, dang, how do you have that much money to throw around? Yeah, 60. Yeah, nearly 70. Like, it was like 68.7 billion or something like that. Crazy. Overall, it's a steal. If you play enough games, it is for sure. I always wonder if it would be worth it for me, because I just like have such a small subset of games I play that like after 6 months I feel like it wouldn't be worth it anymore for me. The pet store near your house started selling axolotls, but didn't see a water cooler for the tanks. It sucks when like stores will start selling like pets and stuff that just like they don't actually have the equipment for or require something super special. Or not even something super special, right? Like beta fish in like pet stores are horrible. Cause like they'll sell you that and then they sell you a tank that is 100% too small with no heaters, nothing, none of the stuff they need, and then don't tell you how to take care of it, and then that's why like beta fish die so fast. Like they should not. Neither should goldfish, but they do. Small loan of 3 million. I don't want a loan, I just want the money. I'll take less if it's not a loan. Feel terrible for betas and shops, yeah. And it's like, it's not great conditions, but I don't think that inherently, like, selling them or, like, keeping them, like, in those little tiny containers for, like, obviously shipping that has to happen to get them to a store, and for, like, being in a, like, in that kind of environment of in the pet store, as long as they don't get too many and they like don't have issues where they just like sit there until they die, right? Like that's awful. But I also think like there is kind of a extent to which like obviously, you know, you don't keep a cat in like a kennel that's like the size of 2 cats, right? Like that's not enough space. But when they're at the shelter for a week or two, it's not the worst because it means you can keep more there to then be adopted, right? Like there's certain practical elements to very short term being in like those kind of like containers, but they absolutely need to be like, all right, how big of a tank are you getting? Because if you say the wrong number, you're not buying the fish, right? Like I feel like there should be more kind of accountability and just kind of like responsibility put with like pet stores making sure that the pets go somewhere they should. They're stuck in the teeny tiny container. Yeah, it's like, but like I said, if they're in the container like for a short amount of time, just for the practical purposes of moving them, because you can't move, because you know they're betta fish. You can't just move betta fish in the same container. They have to be separated, and so that's kind of like an inevitable for a little bit of that. I bought a beta from a shop that keeps them in their community tanks. Thing still died a week into it. Dang. That stinks. Rather play OG Xbox games than a series or one games, but want to own all the company consoles again. When are we getting an Xbox 720? Who knows, honestly? Who knows? You can't even say that it's going to be in like 700 Xboxes, right? Because like they could just, you know, we had like the Xbox, the 360, the One, the Series S and X. What if we just suddenly go back to assuming that like the Series was a 2 and a 3 and we go to 4? They can just go to like 100 and then be like, oh, it's negative 50 now. I don't know. They're Xbox Squares, like it's the square box now. Like they could just do whatever, you know. All right, let's. Oh, yeah, we're shiny, so we're good. Hey, Cinder, how's it going? I hope they keep they make another Crash game, even though almost every studio's Call of Duty support studio. That's one of the things I think Microsoft might go, hey, let's not do this, right? Like there is value in having teams that are making games and not just supporting Warzone. Or Microsoft has the like resources to throw more behind just Warzone, so that development teams such as Toys for Bob, that has been really good at making some more retro revival-esque type games, like, can do that, like modern takes on retro games. They could make a new Crash, they could make a new, like an actually new Spyro. Like, you could do those kind of things. That'd be nice. I really would like to see that. I do find it really funny that Microsoft/Xbox now owns what was effectively Sony's mascot for a while, was effectively the PlayStation's mascot for a bit. That's an interesting thought. Had a beta from a pet store, lived for almost 2 years. Nice. I've thought about getting like a beta fish or something and like getting it a good size, like proper tank. My biggest concern now is the cat, you know? I feel like the cat would mess with that and would potentially ruin it. Ruin that whole system. Because if you can get a decent sized tank and like keep, you know, keep a beta fish in there and other fish that just aren't beta fish, and it'd be all good. But yeah, there's just too much, you know. There's a lot of stuff that I would be worried about having one. Now has Banjo and Crash. Yeah, that's so strange. And Spyro. That's not even something that was mentioned. Like with the Toys for Bob thing, Spyro was mentioned. I didn't even really realize they own Spyro now, right? Activision owned like the rights for Spyro. I think they legit at this point, like, they own so many different, like, things. It is kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy that apparently even after, you know, the Bethesda deal and this latest Activision Blizzard deal, Microsoft is still behind Sony in terms of like games, like game development market share. Not great, pretty sick right now. Today has been like a 60 to 70% sleep for you. Oh no! Hopefully you feel better soon, Cinder. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Hopefully it's just like the sniffles. I really do think Microsoft will take advantage of the studios Activision Blizzard has. I hope so. I really hope so. Just take advantage of the IP. Realistically, that's all I care about. Use the IP. I think Microsoft as a whole, I don't distrust them with IP. I think they do a decent job with it. As on the whole, I think specific developers here and there, not the greatest, but getting the IP and the developers that have proven themselves to be good with the stuff, yes. They own Spyro, I'll not see that coming, right? Like, I feel like Activision ended up with so many of like the Sony titles, right? Or like so many of the Sony IPs. From situations where just like, you know, you had like really what they ended up with a lot of the Naughty Dog stuff, right? Anything that Sony wasn't actively using with Naughty Dog, anything from like late 90s, early 2000s Naughty Dog is now Xbox, effectively. Because all of that trickled into being Activision over the years, you know, like Crash changed hands so many times until Activision just said, nah, we're holding this. We may or may not use it. We're just going to keep it because we had, at the time, they're like, we're Activision. We have the money. We can keep it. Yes, they did. Does that mean that they also own Spider-Man now? How does that work with the Sony Disney contract? No. So Sony has Spider-Man. Spider-Man is made by Sony. Activision's completely separate from Sony. Just Activision tended to have more of a link with old school PlayStation titles. So yeah, no, the Spider-Man games are still solely Sony. Yeah, those are staying PlayStation. Phil Spencer, he's been solid. Yeah, so Sony, so a lot of, it's not like all Sony titles became Microsoft or anything. It's just the Activision stuff, so like Overwatch, World of Warcraft, like Blizzard stuff as well. So Activision Blizzard, like all the Blizzard things, you know, Overwatch, you know, Warcraft, Diablo, like all that stuff is now Xbox, or will be Microsoft, and kind of in that vein, Xbox. Along with that is all the Activision properties. So, you know, like Call of Duty, Crash, trying to think of others. It's hard to think of a lot of it because I feel like Activision just has such a broad reach over the gaming industry. Sony still has Spidey, yeah. Unfortunately, I think it's COVID. No! Got exposed to the new job. Got a sore throat last night and a fever this morning. Getting tested tomorrow. I really hope it's not. Just like for your sake, I really hope it's not, Cinder. And Diablo. Hopefully they do something with Diablo. That isn't, don't you guys have phones? That was, I don't think a franchise has died in fewer words. Don't you guys have phones? That was like the worst mindset. Obviously they didn't care. They knew it would flop, and they just had to kind of try to like quell the audience. But no, it's interesting seeing what Microsoft now technically has their hands around. Is Microsoft becoming a monopoly? People were worried. The answer is resoundingly no. In terms of, so like I mentioned a minute ago, Microsoft is now the third like largest like player in the game development world, behind Sony and Tencent. Tencent, I believe, might be the biggest, and then Sony in second, just because Tencent owns like Riot, and then they own all of the mobile games. You know, like that's a whole other thing. Hopefully they clean up Blizzard. I hope so. Said stream, wonder if government will stop Microsoft becoming a monopoly. They did it once, they do it again. But they're not near a monopoly here. This isn't similar to how they were with Windows back in the 90s or in the early 2000s when they just like really were vicious with competition. And especially if Disney can own as much of like general like movies and television as they do, Microsoft doesn't need to worry right now. The Nintendo's massive, Sony is massive, Tencent is massive, like, and then there's a bunch of other players in there, right? Square Enix is their own thing, you know, like you've got massive players in this game still. Yeah, Microsoft bought two of the bigger smaller ones, right? Like in terms of like overall ownership, like Bethesda and like Activision both are fairly large, but they aren't like the big players, right? They're not a Sony or a Microsoft. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Give the gaming industry a sunset of the electronics. Doubt the course will do anything. As a subset of the electronics. Yeah, I mean, like, I think there is an argument to be made that, like, the gaming industry is a type of media, and in that realm, right, like, you can't, like, I feel like it's a big enough category that it would kind of be regulated in certain ways. I mean, like, the gaming industry, in general, I don't think we'll ever have to worry about, like, them overstepping boundaries and getting like shut down. You know, they willingly submit to ESRB. All of the big companies willingly submit into ESRB because they know if they don't, they risk like actual regulation on that. The ESRB is not a government organization. It is just kind of something that was set up for gaming industries to be like, all right, we're going to put age ratings on our games so the government doesn't. At least here in the US. I know like PEGI is a thing in Europe, and I think there's some other places, but at least in the US, you know, ESRB is ESRB, and that's like, I forget what like the official term is, but like, just, you know, like, it's like a rating board, I think is what RB stands for in that. But they tend to, the gaming industry tends to kind of, at least in the US, do its own thing and stay under the radar, right? Like they try not to, you know, someone starts making a mess and they all kind of like shut it down because no one wants that. Not even been feeling well enough to shiny hunt, which makes you so sad. Want to see if you can find something else from Abundant Shrine. Yeah, no, I feel that like it's obviously like, you know, you feel bad so you can't, but it's like, you know, when you have a sick day or something, you're kind of like, all right, I can use this, I can do something with this, and then like, but if you're sick, like, then you can't, and it's just kind of like, Got a Carnivine for the second time in a row, still need Kanga and Execute, same, Silver, same. I still can't find Pidgey. You're making pancake, oh, I hope it's a good pancake, Yoki. Yeah, I'm still just trying to find Pidgey. I got Magnemite and Fuego Ironworks 2 days in a row. Can't find Pidgey. Why? The swarms are rough because of that. I wish the swarms rotated a bit more often, or we got multiple swarms. ESRB Entertainment Software Ratings Board. Thank you, Mr. Wentz. Thank you. That'd be an oof. Yeah, I found Kanga like on my binoculars and then just didn't go and get it because like, I don't want to get it right now. And I was dumb because I believe outside of Pidgey, because it's Pidgey, I think Kangaskhan is the first thing missing from my decks that's not Pidgey. Palkia doesn't want to shine. How many encounters have you done, Z4? Or are you just not counting? Can't believe you're saying this, but wish you could be at work. Old job, since at least that'd mean you wasn't feeling so horrible. Yeah, I get that. Like, you don't want to do it, but like, But yeah, like you genuinely feel sick in a way that you're like, I wish I could be doing anything else. I wish I felt well enough to do other stuff. I get that. I get that. Yeah, hopefully the testing comes back negative and like along with that, you know, like you feel better quickly and all that, because I know it's a rough feeling. Also, guys, if you haven't left a like on the stream, I would really appreciate it if you did so. Let's see if we can't get to 10 likes now. Don't know the number. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, like I've said before, I don't count the number outside of streams unless like it gives me a nice, easy way to count it. 3 weeks. Dang, dude. I hope you find it soon. Had to execute, but when you went, it became gulpin. I hate that you don't know how is you went as soon as you could. That's weird. Light goal 15? That'd be awesome. Let's just shoot for 10 for now, then go for 15. Hopefully it's just the flu and not the vid. That's so weird that we're at a point where it's like, hopefully it's the flu. Gosh. Light goal 21. Raising the light goal before we even hit it. Water drinking ASMR. Yes. We all know that's the actual content you guys are here for. Just the whistling of my water bottle. Light goal 420. Yes. I think we've had one stream get to 100 likes while I was live. That was I think that might have been the first time we did Drifloon. That first day we did Drifloon. Light goal of negative 21. Aha, but no one knows what the dislikes are, so we can't really get that one. Your water bottle does the same thing. Excuse me. Pancake done. Noise, Yoki. Nice. Yeah, so sorry for being tired today, guys. I was a little weird with getting the stream set up and running because of the tiredness. Also, what the heck did I just do? There we go. I somehow hit the button 3 times. Hey, what's going on, Twist? Had a banger of a class. Nice. Am I the hydration station? If this makes me the hydration station, sure. Can't see, but we know they're there. Honestly tired too. Yeah, I like biked twice as long as I usually do today. Just like in this room, but like still for like an hour and a half. So yeah, my legs are sore, and I think in general my body is just ready to rest. Talking about being tired, just woke up. That's when I'm the most tired. Baby roulette buddies. Yee. One of your fellow students can be quoted as saying, if you turn 18 and don't work at least 40 hours a week, you're lazy and poor. What? What? Ah, yes, because working more than full time while also attending school is normal and healthy. Only 40 if you're not working at least 80, you're not really working. True. If you're sleeping more than 5 hours a week, you're a bum. Talking about work-life balance, someone said at their work lets them have off for personal emergencies. As they should. Backrooms rant. More ranting. Do you know if you sprint a lap of a quarter mile every day, one day you'll sprint the quarter mile without slowing down? I mean, yeah. True. Yeah, you just work up to it. What company lets you do that? Ones that aren't jerks don't. Yeah, like that's... Gosh. I feel bad for them if that's genuinely their mentality and they think that's like normal. Because yeah, I totally get the idea of like priding yourself in your work and like especially I think there's a different set of like balances to be considered normal depending on what you are doing, right? Like I think there's a very large difference I would say between like someone like me who works. I work for the company I work for. I'm no one special at it, right? Like I'm just there and I do work and the company would trudge on without me, right? Like let's be real. I think there's a difference between that and then like starting your own like business that's like a passion for you and you love doing it and you want it to succeed. There's a difference between that, I feel, and like that's where I think like there's some middle ground, right? Where there's like the people who say like if you aren't constantly working, you're lazy, and then there are the people who are like if you work an hour over 40 hours a week, you're doing it wrong, you should reevaluate. And it's like there's nuance, right? Like someone running their own business is gonna be putting in more hours, right? Especially at the start. That's how it goes. Eventually you can hire people who can do that like extra 20 hours a week that you shouldn't need to be doing. But, you know, like there's a balance to it, you know? But yeah, like I don't know, yeah, but like Twist, the dude in your class, like bruh, find a job that does like bruh, look at the world, find like the jobs that pay the most are the ones that give you that time. That kind of leads into a whole other weird balancing thing. But I think it's fairly true, right? Come on. Okay, there we go. You find shinies before normal hair crosses. Mood, man. Mood. I want to burn this capture card in the fire. Plan the emergency at least a month in advance. Bruh. That was... So, one of the things I had the most issues with at my old job was, like, the requirements for, like, notice before taking time off. Not because, like, I was upset that, oh, I had to give some kind of notice before, like, I took vacation days, right? Like, especially when we plan our work 2 weeks in advance... Maybe we should, like, I should, like, if I know I'm taking the day off, let them know so they don't schedule work for me that day. Emergencies are emergencies, that's a whole separate thing. But I remember there was something I kept wanting to do. I kept wanting to go see some old college buddies, but, like, it would have been a really sporadic thing. like if they would have met up or something, or even there have been times where like I was asked like by like families like, hey, want to go do this thing? I'm like, even it like you're asking for a week, and like even like if I had one day, like that wouldn't be enough like notice for this company. They'd say no. And that sucked. That sucked a lot. Because, like, it was depending... The longer the break you took, the more that, like, you had to give, like, advance notice. And I'm like, okay. So it just made it impossible to take long chunks of time off. By long chunks, I mean, like, 3 days. That sucked. That sucked a lot. Now, that's not a problem. And it's fantastic. But yeah, bragging that work over 55 hours and go to school for full-time. Someone said you really don't have a life then. That's the real like issue with the mentality, right? Like of like if you're having fun at any hour of the day, you're being lazy. And I was like, no. You do the work and the school and the other things to fulfill the goal of doing stuff you enjoy, right? Like there's a truth in like the world that you need money, right? Like in the world that we currently live in, you need money. You gotta work to make that money, usually, unless you're born very lucky. And, like, you need that. Like, you gotta do that. But you gotta find the right balance of, like, work enough to make the money to do the things you want to do. That's the amount you should work. Yeah. If you're doing school in 55 hours, you don't have a social life. Yeah, you don't have any time, right? Like, 55 hours a week... Gosh, I mean, 55 hours a week is, like, basically 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? Like, if you assume, assume they have weekends off, right? Let's assume they have weekends off. That's 11 hours a day of work. So they definitely don't have weekends off, but assume 11 hours a day of work. That leaves you 5 hours in the day to do everything else before you get a healthy amount of sleep. So you're probably not getting a healthy amount of sleep if you got school full time. Yeah, nah. I had a job that required 3 weeks notice for days off, but would put the schedule out from Monday on the Friday before. Yeah. You see where they value the time. Overworking, going to school. Yeah, exactly. Let's compare 401ks and then talk about having a life. Okay, yeah, you'll have all that money when you're old and don't have the ability to do anything. Yeah, bruh. Most people in college shouldn't be caring about their 401k. You're in college. Also worked at a demon company. That's a fair argument. Went from a job at a psych hospital to a job driving for Amazon. Both very easy to get overtime, but no pressure to take it. That's good for you, man. That's good, man. Luckily, it's a rare tree with a 35% chance to drop Heracross. Issue is odds are low. And the fact that Heracross has a 10% chance to run every turn, that sucks. Not having socialized is pretty sad, to be honest. I mean, there's a reason that there's work-life balance, right? Like, there's a reason to have the life part of that. Is like, socialization is a valid thing to do, even if it's not productive and you're just hanging out. It's a good thing. Get hit by a car and hey, boss, I need to go to the hospital. Boss should have told me 3 weeks ago. Sculpey missed the best part. I mean, the 401k thing, or the she better be dead next time you come to work. Yeah, no, that dude just does not have the right mentality. In any capacity. No way to do school in 11 hours, you'll break down from stress and overworking. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. Because I think, so they recommended when I was in college, we would take 15 hours, which is 15 hours a week of like lectures. They calculated that out to when you put in the priority and study. Like, that should be somewhere between like 30 and 45 hours a week. Add add 30, the lower side of that, so 55, that is 85 hours a week. That is over 16 hours a day. There is literally not enough time to get a healthy amount of sleep. That's like, dude, you are sacrificing something here. Taking all the honey. No, how dare you take Pooh's honey? Have you seen the Eternals movie? It's really good. Definitely check it out. I haven't yet. I haven't. Is that one on Disney Plus for like not free, but like as part of the main Disney Plus plan yet? Because yeah, I think Eternals. I think Shang-Chi came out before that. I still haven't seen that one. The newest Marvel movie I've seen is Black Widow. Ordered DoorDash, guy messaged you confirming the wrong unit number, tell him the right one still delivers to the wrong address with no pick. RIP. Yeah, I have never ordered from like a food delivery service like that. Well, I'll take that back. I've never personally placed the order, and never intend to, because one, I've talked about this before. Like, in the case of something like pizza, that's different, right? Pizza's traditionally been done that way. Honestly, their stores are kind of set up more in the sense of bringing it to you. So I'm fine with that. If I order pizza, I order delivery for pizza and someone drives it to me. Because it's a driver who shows up with, like, the Pizza Hut or the Domino's thing on their car. And that's that, right? Like, so that's different to me. That is their job. They're held more accountable with that, too, is kind of the thing, right? Like, enough people complain on a certain dude's route that like their pizza was missing a slice, and suddenly that dude's in a lot more trouble than like an Uber Eats or a DoorDash driver who gets sporadic orders here and there. But yeah, no, like, so I'll order pizza, but that's very different. In my mind, from something like Uber or DoorDash. I like driving. It's one of my favorite activities to do. If I'm having a bad day, sometimes I'll just go get in my car and just drive somewhere for 15-20 minutes, turn around and come back. Like, I'll do that. That's just a way that I kind of relax, I enjoy driving. It is relaxing to me in a weird sense, but it is. Why would I pay twice as much for the food and then a delivery fee and then a tip to someone to do the thing that I like doing in driving, right? So I don't do that. And then I always see the horror stories of you just said, just delivering to the wrong unit despite you not saying anything, or despite that, or just all these different things are the people who always, it's they eat the food or they do something else, that's annoying. That can get really annoying. But the other thing was, the one time that I did have food that was delivered by Uber Eats, it was because I was hanging out at my girlfriend at the time's house, and she'd been excited because the line of where Uber Eats would deliver to was slowly getting closer and closer to her house, and that day it was over that line. So she's like, heck yeah, let's order some food. And we ordered food. I forget what we ordered, even. I have no clue what we ordered. I think it was just looking through, the random restaurants that were available on the app, which there weren't that many. We might have ordered Panera. I don't know. Because I know what we got was mac and cheese. And so she placed the order, and it was kind of expensive, but, it's delivery. And, it was yeah, we ordered the thing, and, it's, the large bowl, so, that price is fine. No. So we were expecting the bowls to be that big, like a normal size bowl of mac and cheese from a place like that. A lot of mac and cheese for $9 a piece or something like that. No, it showed up in something like that big. It was horrible. It was there's not enough food here. What the heck is this? Yeah, that was just a bad time. So I've never done that. Disney Plus, nice. Yeah, I'll have to check out Eternals then. New Spider-Man movie is top tier Marvel. I need to see that. I haven't seen it. I've heard such good things. No Way Home movie fixed Spider-Boy. Now he'll become Spider-Man. Think they stopped the Premiere Access crap? Nah. No, they didn't. They don't. They're not done doing it. I think people keep seeing like a movie that wasn't well received in theaters was a Premiere Access and then suddenly is not a Premiere Access thing. I think people see that, and I think sometimes people don't realize like Premiere Access was intentionally temporary. Unless they just didn't do it at all with Eternals. I'm pretty sure, I thought Eternals had been on like the Premiere Access for like a month or something now. They might have shortened the time that they do it. No Way Home's so good, yeah. I've heard really good things. DoorDash is so whack, $13 worth of Taco Bell becomes $30 by the time you finish the order. Yeah, like that's what's ridiculous to me. And it's like, I'll just, like, one, I'll drive there because I like to drive. Two, I'll drive there because I don't want to pay like a $7 delivery fee, and I don't want to pay like the $10 markup on top of the delivery fee. Yeah, like that's just a crazy thing. $30 to see a movie in theaters at home. I mean, some people will pay it. It's cheaper than being in the theater for. Imagine you have a family that has like 2 or 3 kids. You know, you're paying $30 to go sit in a theater with a bunch of loud people, and also have to buy super expensive like popcorn and soda. You can go to the store, buy whatever specific drink you want, buy the type of popcorn you want. At the end of the day, it still comes out to be cheaper, like including that $30, it comes out to be cheaper than seeing the movie. And you can rewatch it, right? Like, yeah, there's no reason to not. Yes, no longer Premiere Access was never on Premiere? Okay, interesting. No, not really your fault you're sick right now, but kind of feeling guilty. Hey, I get that. Just remember that your mom was planning to visit your grandmother with cancer next week, and now I don't know if she can. Still gonna go if it turns out you have COVID and she's been exposed. I get that. I know that. Like, with how conscientious everyone's being right now about like when they are sick and the awareness of exposing people and stuff. Like, yeah, it's not your fault, but like it's not your fault, obviously. Like, you're just doing your job, and your job had you go in. Your job has to have you go in with the job you're doing. So like, you know you have to go in. Everyone knows that. It's not your fault for doing it. It's not your fault for being responsible and working. But yeah, no, that. But yeah, I get that when it's like it feels like you're the reason that like some kind of big plans were interrupted, and it's not your fault. You shouldn't feel bad. I understand. I can sympathize with that. I can understand like, or like I can empathize with that, right? Like I can relate to that feeling. You know, so I get that, but at the end of the day, it really isn't your fault. DoorDash and Uber Eats are crazy because they charge you and the restaurant for delivery. Sitting by yourself, $30. That's where you balance it, right? Yeah. You don't have to do that. You can go to a theater. Or you can wait. Just don't care about seeing a movie right when it comes out, and then you're fine, and you just have to, like, wait for it to come out for that. Played Dirt 5 and played the first track in 1 without a tutorial and thought it was too easy, put it on very hard, and it was a challenge, but now the slingshot is broken and cheating. What do you mean? How so? You're wondering if you have COVID right now because you have a metallic taste in your mouth and look it up, and it's apparently a symptom of COVID. Get tested then. Definitely don't order from non-chains. Treat their restaurants like crap. I don't care about chain. Yeah, right. Like that. That's one thing, right? Like if like a general franchise restaurant is having their prices be like gouged and marked up, and you still pay for it, that's just you. It's you valuing not having to drive at that cost. But yeah, like if you order from some like truly local restaurant through that, and like it shows up, you know. Yeah, you're gouging the price in so many different places, and yeah, it sucks. Yo, Jordan, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. In BDSP, you have a team of Pidgeot, Infernape, Alakazam, Stuntank, Infernape, and Luxray. 2 Infernapes, interesting. But also the Pidgeot. I'm jealous of the Pidgeot. I still can't get a Pidgey on my save. I'll go and pick up from small businesses. I just go and pick up from everywhere. But yeah, I get that. Like I said, I've never had any kind of app like that on my phone. Just because I don't I'll have like the app for the like store installed to like set for like pickup. That was always really nice at my old apartment. I was walking distance to a Chipotle and a Chick-fil-A. So Chick-fil-A was always good. I just showed up, ordered my food, and they handed it to me, and I left. Like, you know, they're on top of things. They're on top of things at Chick-fil-A. They know what they're doing. They know when to have food ready and all that. That's a whole different like style of business than the Chipotle that was by me. That was like the nightmare Chipotle. It was terrible. It was so bad. Like half the time you went, it would just be online only, which when I ordered online, that was fine. But like a lot of people would show up and it'd be like, wait a minute, you have to order online? It's like, yeah, but I didn't have to order online yesterday. But apparently if the manager's not in, they do online only. It's weird. It was dumb. The number of times I ordered online, showed up after my pickup time. I was like, crap, my burrito's gonna be cold. I show up and then still wait 15 minutes for my food to be ready. I'm like, I ordered this like an hour ago. Or the best one was the time that I ordered my food, showed up, and they were locking the doors and were like, we're closed, you can't order. And I was like, here is the receipt on my phone. I have paid you to make my food. And it wasn't like, oh, Ian orders like 5 minutes before closing. No, I ordered it like noon. It was lunchtime. Apparently, like, there was a leak in the store that day, so it wasn't actually something, but I was still like, come on now. I've ordered food. I met Machamp. Oh, you good. Getting tested tomorrow. Good. Hopefully it's negative. Well, I'll have the same type of car, and at one point, jump off a cliff, and when you land, the other drivers get a boost to speed and pass you. That sucks. Isn't that called rubber banding? Rubber banding. So yeah, a lot of times that is referred to as rubber banding if like it's pulling the like AI carts or cars back up, or just anyone trailing. You know, it's a less enjoyable way of doing it than how Mario Kart does it, right? Like Mario Kart keeps everyone fairly equal by limiting what kind of drops you get depending on where you are in relation to first place. You're in first place, you're getting coins and green shells all day long. You're in last, you're going to get bullet bills, stars, you're going to get blue shells, like you're going to get all this stuff. So Mario Kart handles it by like kind of like just giving you better stuff. But yeah, then a lot of games will just make cars that are in the back faster so they catch up. And that's rubber banding. Your tablet's gonna die? Oh no! Why did be open if there are no managers at the location? I don't know. This was like, it's one of those things where I was frustrated that they made a burrito I liked, because it's like, I want this burrito. I would have gone to another Chipotle if another Chipotle existed anywhere within, like, I could walk to the Chipotle in question in like 10 minutes. The next closest Chipotle was a 25-minute drive in one direction. And like, as much as I say, I like driving, I'm not driving 25 minutes for a burrito. You know? If I'm ordering food like that, it's because I'm lazy and I'm hungry now. I'll find another place to go get food in that case. Yeah, it was a very weird one. They did end up opening up a second one kind of close to, I assume, alleviate the issues of this one Chipotle being on its own and there being none around it. So, like, maybe there was something to that. But and then I ended up having to go to the other Chipotle because the one by me was closed all the time after that. It was astounding, and I am very glad I'm not there anymore. Wacky. Must have the burritos. I must. It's a requirement. Why you don't play with slingshot rubber banding? Yeah. Balance as everything should be. How you got the Pidgeot, Machamp, and Alakazam? Pidgeot was a trade as well as Alakazam, while Machamp you already had a Machoke. Cool. Yeah, I've been trying to get a complete national dex, like, without assistance from online or without assistance from other like people. I've been trying to do it solely on my saves. And so Pidgey's a swarm, but it's only a swarm in one patch of grass, and it's like one random swarm per day. It's like, come on. So I have to like check every day. If it's not a Pidgey that day, I have to wait till the next day and try again. And it's obnoxious. Don't eat at Chipotle so you wouldn't know. Never been to Chipotle. I enjoy it. It's obviously not the most healthy of foods, but I can get a burrito that I really like, and for a lot of living in that apartment, it was an excuse to get out and move. You know, basically like, you know, like right as the workday ended, I would just go ahead, put in the order for 15 minutes from now, you know, put on some shoes and socks, you know, weather appropriate, you know, jacket or whatnot, be out the door in about 5 minutes, take the 10-15 minute walk from my apartment to Chipotle, walk in, grab my food, and get out, right? Like, and it was good. That was good. It was a good amount of food. It tasted good. I got out and it was convenient. So yeah, so I got it a lot. I would get it a good bit in college too, just because I was also like right there. Pidgey Hut was a Pidgey when you got it. I got you. If you like waffles, you gotta gel on your friend Yoki, who's what? I am so Yoki, come on, the typos. Reverse Mario Kart, first place gets better items. Oh gosh. The only fun thing about Dirt 5 is the commentators. Oh yeah, the Donut Media guys did the commentary, didn't they? Best racing game besides Midnight Club's Need for Speed Carbon or Forza Horizon. I would put in the vote for some racing sims, but that's a whole different category. He's 8, he can't spell. He should learn. Dursley's is just another EA racing IP. I'm going to double check you on something, but I don't think it's EA. It is now, I forgot. Yeah, Codemasters bought EA recently, didn't they? Or EA bought Codemasters recently. But it's Codemasters. Dirt is EA. Newer Dirt is. I forget, when did EA buy Codemasters? I gotta do some homework. I just want to share about your class and chill while eating. Alright, that's all good, Twist. See you around. Maybe see you this weekend. But yeah, see you, man. Getting Pocket Monsters and Blue next Tuesday. Nice. Yeah, when was that? Like Codemasters though, like Grid and did Codemasters make the crew? I don't know if they made the crew, but yeah, Codemasters makes Dirt, they make Grid, and Dirt 5 came out before Codemasters was an EA company, actually. They own it now, but they didn't then. Remember Ford Racing on PS2? Good times in high school playing those games? Nice. I played a lot of Midtown Madness. I played Midtown Madness 3 constantly. The most recent sub is you. Oh, you subbed. Thank you, Jordan. Yeah, so that newest, like, the recent sub thing updates when Streamlabs sees that there was a new sub. And Streamlabs only sees a new sub if, like, that person's subs are public. Also, it's weird sometimes. EA has publishing rights now. EA owns Codemasters now. They straight own Codemasters now. They just didn't when Dirt came out. If you die to Cynthia, do you have to do the Elite Four again? Yes. Yeah, so you have to beat all of the Elite Four and Cynthia in one go without leaving. You try to avoid EA games. That's fair. That's fair. I think it's totally fair to avoid games based off their, like, your opinion on the publisher. Curious about the new Gran Turismo. I feel like Gran Turismo has been moving more and more towards sim racing. I know at least for a while, like, GT Sport's been that way. Like, it's fairly simmy. Whereas, like, you know, Forza's been moving more towards the Horizon, or has been fully moving towards the Horizon series. More of a arcade side of Simcade, you know? Or at least, like, they are a Simcade now, for sure. You know, where, like, Forza Motorsport was a bit more on the simulation side. I feel like Gran Turismo's been moving more towards being a sim. Reminds you a lot of Forza Motorsport. Oh yeah, those are the two competitors. Trying to make a flying buzzer for your birthday in July. Oh, that's cool. If you seem quiet on stream, sorry you're playing Lego Incredibles on your main Switch. Hey, that's all good, Cam. That's all good, no problems. 24 and can't spell, we're not the same. Yeah, I need to play more racing stuff. I have the whole racing sim now set up. I gotta get it hooked up so like it's more like just casually sit down and play it, you know. Hey Bear, what's going on? What happened to Motorsport? Aren't they making anymore? They haven't made one since 7, and 7 was a while ago. I think they moved to mostly making Horizon. Don't care for racing car games, but it's a free racing game. Can't say no. That's fair. That's fair. Lost a tube for the silicon caulking. No! Now that's like going to get all hard. They're making a new great game, which you're excited for? Nice. There we go. It's like I knew I had waited long enough that like the turn was going to be over and I could leave anyways. Does anyone have a Pachirisu with a pickup? Help you find it. Mine's busy trying to find me water stones and King's Rocks. It's just all those things that I need desperately. Favorite racing games: Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. Nice! I have a lot of fond memories from Need for Speed Underground 2. That was a really fun one. Forza Motorsport 3. Really, really good. Grid Legends. Interesting. Need to remaster Underground? That would be a pretty solid game, I think. I mean, I don't know if they will, though, right? Because they made Heat. They made Heat, which was effectively a new Underground. Full restored, yeah. Need for Speed Carbon, Most Wanted, PS2, and Need for Speed Heat are the only ones you've played. You don't like Heat as much on the ground? That's fair. I kind of feel the same way. The physics in Heat are a little bit weird to me. Yes, Underground Remastered you would buy. Yeah. Oh, I absolutely would too. But yeah. I feel like Heat is what Underground Remastered would be now. Excuse me. what's going on, Stone family? Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Yeah, hope you're doing well too. I'm doing all right. Trying to find a few more shinies in Eterna Forest before we move on and start doing some other hunts. Like the crappy actors in Need for Speed games, not only a few EA games you might touch. Yeah, the cheesiness of games can be good. When they remastered Burnout Paradise, it was amazing because they were like over 100 plus hours in the original on 360. There you go. Excited for the Drifloon hunt tomorrow? Yeah. I'm probably going to move the start of that back about an hour. Apologies for that. There's some other stuff I'm going to do right before the stream starts that I want to get done. I don't want to be like rushed for. So probably move that to be like an 8 to 10 stream. Hopefully that is alright. Wish Sega would remaster or port Sonic Riders to Switch and PS4. That'd be nice. Especially in the 2015-2016 reboot, those live-action cutscenes are so poorly acted. How do you lose the cap? It's huge. You never know, man. Sometimes they just disappear. Excuse me. Are the only one who doesn't like Need for Speed Payback? I haven't played most of the Need for Speed games. I played Underground 2 and Heat, and that's the only ones I like have enough time in to really remember. Your mom lost your sister at Chuck E. Cheese, but was your sister huge or was she just normal size? Wonder if Need for Speed would ever do something like Horizon? Underground 2? Open world races are inside the world that you're driving around in? Underground 2. Heavily modifiable vehicles? Underground 2. Sister was 4 and normal size for a 4-year-old. And that's how it happened then. Also Heat as well. Heat especially. Heat's daytime mode is literally the way Horizon works. It's the festival. Heat's basically Horizon but with a twist. All your Pokemon are dead but one. No! You still love playing Midnight Club? I never played that as a kid. I rented it from Blockbuster once, but was so scared because I was like 8 and it was E10 plus, and then like one of the characters said, "Get the hell out of here!" and I went, "Nope, I'm not allowed to play this," and like turned it off and just wouldn't play it again. And Midnight Club on PSP. I really should have played it. I imagine I would have loved the game. Midnight Club's awesome. They should make a new one. We should get another. One of Rockstar's best. Don't remember doing story. Would just get a fast car and jump the ramp over the river. I played so much Midtown Madness. It would always do weird and crazy stuff like that. Honestly, that's a game I should get out again. Hook my old Xbox up to like my it's like my GameCube adapters I got, like the HDMI adapters I got for the GameCubes. Play that on the PC here. That'd be fun. The trash on hours. For hours on end and just jump the same river. Heck yeah. All Rockstar cares about anymore is GTA. Sadly true. It's not even like just GTA as a series. It's specifically GTA Online. How many times have they re-released GTA now? Everyone means Skyrim, but like GTA's gotten a new revision release on like every console that it's been on. I think it matches Skyrim at this point, outside of Skyrim VR, which at least then I can give Skyrim the benefit of the VR mode making sense to be a other small purchase, right? As like a separate version of the special edition, like when there's no actual real difference between the other ones. GTA 5 is basically Skyrim at this point. It's like Skyrim gets memed on relentlessly for that. It's only because it doesn't have an online mode that people would consider to keep it fresh. Because, like, the only saving grace to GTA is the fact that even after it came out on Xbox One, it continued to get updates. We continued to see more stuff. We continued to see more stuff with it. If Elder Scrolls Online, it's not part of Skyrim though, right? It's not like GTA Online. Like Elder Scrolls Online is an online game in the Elder Scrolls universe. It would be like if GTA and GTA Online were two separate games entirely, right? One's like GTA 5 is a normal GTA game, and then GTA Online's like some weird RPG thing, or like some weird MMO thing. Which it kind of is, but it's built in. It'd basically be like if the GTA like roleplay servers were GTA Online, and then GTA 5 was GTA 5. They were two separate purchases, and they kept they kind of just kept Online alive-ish, and kept re-releasing 5. That's what it would be. That's where it's a little bit different, I think. Like Elder Scrolls has Elder Scrolls Online, but that's a separate thing outside of being part of being part of Skyrim. So I would say, honestly, at this point, if GTA, it's just the fact that GTA came out second, right? Like it came out 2 years, and not even like that's the thing. It came out 2 years after, I think, right? Yeah, it came out 2 years after Skyrim did. It's not that much newer. We've been memeing on Skyrim for over 2 years now. Elder Scrolls 6 was announced 2 years ago. Over 2 years ago. Or not announced, but teased. Actually, no, they announced. Yeah, they announced it. They announced it was happening. So, like, we've been memeing Skyrim since before then. GTA 5 is on that level now. Only way you know about Midnight Club Los Angeles is backwards compatible on Xbox and believe it's on PC. Nice. Have Red Dead Redemption 2 and you're having fun, but it's the only one you like from them and really don't play the online, so single player is enough for you. That's fair. I mean, single player of the game's fine. I have no issues with it. It's just the online makes them so much money that they have no reason to not just focus on that. Please pray for you. You're gonna fight Cynthia. Best of luck, Yoki. Remember Diablo Immortal? Me neither. I mentioned it earlier in stream with the whole. I don't think a franchise has been killed in fewer words than "Don't you all have phones?" Cynthia's gonna be rough. Just ask Juan for help. Juan will get you through it. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Vanillix. Retired from competitive, he knows the strats. I know one, and it didn't work for me on my second try one. I sold the beater on. Had to beat the Elite Four in Pearl. I just haven't done it yet. I've been kind of like working on grabbing any version exclusives I'm capable of grabbing now and trading those over to Diamond and using that as a little bit of training. No, GTA makes the most for Rockstar, but like it has to get stale at some point, right? If it's stale and it brings in money, it still brings in money. Which shiny would you go for if you got double shiny Silcoon or Cascoon? Like if they both showed up, well, assuming those could both show up at the same time on the same save, I don't know actually. I don't know. I think that should come around in rotation here in a minute. I forget what they look like. Are they just not on this thing? Did I never add them to this thing? I want to see if I can refresh this. There's like 3 Pokemon that aren't rotating on this list. Will it continue through here, or is it going to rotate back to the top again? Weird that it's like that was where it was ending and it was going back. Wacky. I think this might be fixed now. Forgot their version locked, yeah. There we go. Now it's actually rotating through everything. It's like it gets to Beautifly and it just stopped. I'd probably go for Silcoon. If I had to choose between the two, I think I'd go for Silcoon. Set up against Spiritomb and Sweep? Pretty much. Assuming Spiritomb isn't still set up in a way that wrecks you. I had an issue with the setup I went into with Pearl. I could try to set up on a Spiritomb, but Spiritomb was able to do enough damage to me that I actually like couldn't. Like I didn't have enough HP to beat my Milotic. I got wrecked by my Milotic when they sent my Milotic in. Shiny Hunting's missing Murkrow and Mischievous. Yeah, it's missing those two. Since yeah, those were the nighttime Pokemon, and I didn't. When I made my list, I forgot that that they showed up at nighttime. Take these headphones off for a second. For a little bit here. Just because they were starting to... I can start to feel the pressure. I can kind of feel it from the hat, too. You can see the line from the hat. That's mostly because of the headphones. It gets real hard, yeah. It's weird not having the music while I play. Now I feel the awkwardness. Not true Pokemon fan, didn't know about the nighttime mons. I was made aware of them very quickly. But when I was in a panic 5 minutes before that first stream getting stuff set up, did not pay attention at all. headphones putting pressure on my head or in ears. They're putting pressure on the hat, which was then putting pressure on my head. Basically, it was like pushing down like on that little like, you know, rivet up there and pushing it on the bill some. Just because of the way they were set up. Need a haircut? I have one scheduled. I know. It's getting long, right? I should have gotten one like 2 weeks ago, but it didn't get scheduled because like the girl who does like the appointment scheduling was out. So one of the people who actually cuts the hair was just like in a panic trying to handle like, okay, you owe this much money, right? Like it was just trying to handle like point of sale, like money side of point of sale. So I didn't worry about that. I was like, oh, I'll go in. You know, like, then I kind of forgot that I hadn't scheduled it. And then so like I tried going in and like, oh, you know, they're booked today. Can I schedule you for like, you know, I can schedule you for like so-and-so at like this time. I'm here right now for this person. If I can't do that, I will schedule a different time. And so I scheduled it for the next week. So hopefully it'll happen. Pilot's went hair for a while. Yeah, I remember that. We still have the emote from that. What time does Mischievous start spawning? 8 o'clock local time. Basically, once your game turns to like the nighttime lighting, like I have in mine right now, yeah, the Pog emote is from then. Yeah, that hair was rough. Yeah, that hair, in hindsight, that hair was quite rough. I just realized you would need to shiny hunt Magikarp again in Legends. True. Assuming we can. I have no clue if we can. I imagine the leaks have kind of made that like obvious at this point if it's the case, but since I haven't been paying attention to any of those. Got about 20 minutes then before it starts showing up. Yeah. Yeah, if you're in like Central Time, then yeah. Sorry for flip shiny out of the corner of your eye and thought you got a new shiny. Yeah. Man, like that's the one thing where it's like, that's why I don't like hunting with shinies, because I eventually end up in that autopilot mode and do that. It went down to my neck. It went like down to my shoulders, yeah. At the end of it. It was rough. It was not great. I'll be real. I 100% accept that it was not great. Imagine Ian with wizard hair and wizard beard. I could probably do the hair. I can't do the beard. You're seeing it at about maximum strength at the moment, which is like the scruffiness. Yeah, I think we talked earlier when I like didn't have any, but like all of that is just nothing. Yeah, I can't grow full on facial hair. Yeah, no. Yeah, you can kind of see like there's a little bit of stuff up here, but it really ends like right here. It's like I'm not just growing hair here. That doesn't work. It doesn't look good. Like from here down, nah. Apparently the comics and manga you decide. Katara calls Aang sweet. And the Avatar stuff? Interesting. Tape a Santa Beard on for E+ effort. There we go. There we go. This is as much as a high schooler can grow. I could grow even less in high school. Yeah, it was very limited then. It was very sparse. few streams ago, you left because of a call. Yeah. That's all good. I understand that. Shaved more in high school than you realized. You realize you actually like facial hair. See, I don't necessarily like think I would ever want to like, even if I could, I don't think I'd really want to like grow like a full beard. What I like is that when I leave it like this and just like, you know, kind of keep it here or slightly shorter, you know, like right around this range, it doesn't look like I'm trying to grow a beard. Because I can't, and I don't want it to look like I'm trying, because then it just looks sad. But it also doesn't look like I just haven't shaved today. Like, it looks intentional, while also not looking like I'm trying to, like, really grow it. So I get to be lazy. I get to shave, like, once a week. And even then, it's just, like, kind of trimming it up, right? I don't have to worry about it. It's nice. You can grow a long beard hair, but your beard doesn't cover your face, and it looks like it's trying to bush out. See, that's what, so, like, right when the pandemic started, like, I was like, alright, I'm not going into the office, I'm not doing anything, I'm just gonna, like, I'm just not gonna get my hair cut, because I can't, and screw it, no one's gonna see me, I'm just gonna let the facial hair grow out. It looked terrible, it really was just right here. It was bad, it was bad. So yeah, no, that's not something I am capable of growing. You can grow a goatee. Even then, though, I really can't. It's not connected here. You know, I guess that's not necessarily part of the goatee. But, like, it's not connected here, so you can't really do anything with it. And again, that giant spot that's just not there. Because I don't have any here, right? Like, I don't have any here, and I don't have any. I have this little line. Like, I have the most inconvenient, like, bald patch to make, like, anything work. Like, if that was filled in, yeah, there's at least some stuff you can do kind of like in the chin if you wanted to. But nah, none of that. It would look really weird not being connected. Exactly. I just don't have the, like, genetics to grow it, and that's fine, because I don't really want to. Sideburns don't cover the places it grows on, but you could have a goatee. Yeah, like you kind of like, I guess what do you mean by, like, doesn't cover what it grows on? Like if you were to grow them down like your sideburns, they would go down and, like, cover it all, but, like, you wouldn't be growing it there. Hey, what's going on, MT? Welcome. Hey, been doing alright. Just doing a little bit more shiny hunting. This is like having a goatee. Don't grow a beard because it tends to become more of a neck beard when you grow it out. Facial hair grows too fast. That's fair. Billy goat beard? Nah, we're just talking about how I straight up can't. Like, I've tried before. It doesn't work. I've tried out of curiosity, and yeah, it just doesn't do anything. It doesn't work. Taking a break from Cynthia. That's fair. Yogi. Hey, Double A Pokemon, good luck tonight. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully we can find it here. It'd be awesome if we did. Sideburns curl when they get long like ram horns. Down then forward then up. Your dad calls you goat boy when you need a haircut. Yeah, my hair starts to get a little bit wavy when it gets long. Do you have like beard patches where the hair doesn't grow? All right in there. All right in there. And then it really doesn't grow on my cheeks at all. It's like, I just don't have... I don't have anywhere to grow it where it would show anywhere. Pulling up your Eterna 4 saved on it with you. Awesome. Best of luck, Cam. Posted a pic on Discord. Alright. Let's see. I mean, that doesn't look bad. Like, I guess I see what you're kind of saying. Like, same place, like, for me right here, where, like, you have some hair that grows, but it doesn't really fill in. So it just, like, looks like it's all down here. It's kind of what I'm getting, what I'm seeing from that. At least it looks connected. It looks connected, which is more than mine can do, right? Like, you can see where mine ends. Mine ends here, and I'm not growing my sideburns down that far. Right? Like, you can kind of... I can't see it here because of the angle of stuff, but the same kind of thing on that side. Where's the Sharpie? The real solution. You have patches too, so oof, yeah. Oh, that under chin bald spot too. Don't feel alone. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, like it's not a big deal. It's just it's in a very unfortunate spot, like of like making the one place that I like actually consistently have facial hair not be consistent. But yeah, like I said, it's not a big deal. I've said, like I mentioned, this is kind of like the length I leave it at, just because it keeps it from looking like baby face while at the same time like not looking like I'm trying to grow one. It doesn't look like I'm kidding myself. It is connected, but it looks the same if you get it over a month or two, but longer. Yeah, just so it's not like it's not filling out. I get you. Post your goatee on Discord. The facial hair time. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. Does one have a cat pillow? The real questions in all of this, Jiha. The real questions. Oh, I think my cat's awake. Adele was taking a nap that, I guess, when I woke up this morning and kind of pulled all the covers off, I just kind of left them, because I live alone and who cares if I make my bed. And, as the blankets had made like a little, like kind of like hollowed out area, like a little cave, and so she was sleeping in that. Trimmed it a bit, it was longer. Got you. Remember you tried balancing your beard on both sides of your face, snipping a little from each side. Before you knew it, the beard was all gone. I would do that. I know for sure I would do that. I have to like ignore like my sideburns, basically. You know, like they are longer than like, you know, like usually they get trimmed up to about there, but so like they're long now, and I just don't worry about them because yeah, I would do that. I'd be like, oh, the left one's a little longer, and then I would take off too much, so I have to take off some on the right and just repeat that constantly. Cat's name is Adele. Why'd you not know this? Yeah, her name's Adele, and I think she's probably awake, but She might have. I heard her sneeze, which usually is a sign that she woke up. But a lot of times that also may just be she woke up, sneezed, and then went back to bed. Adele. Nah. Usually that would get her in here. But the door's open, so she doesn't feel the need to be in here like she usually does. Nah, she's gonna be in here. I'm gonna go grab the cat. I have the cat now. Adele the cat meows and sings like the real Adele. Oh yeah. She wants to perform in front of an audience. Cat, yes. Trading a shiny Omastar. Oh, nice. Returns with a cat attached to his chin. Yes. Yeah, that's actually my whole point here, is to find a solution to the facial hair conversation. I have just woken her up from her nap, so I feel a little bad for that. Woke her up from her nap and brought her into the brightest room in the house. Feeling well enough to beat the computer instead of your bed. Nice! Don't push it, though. Don't push it. You know, make sure to get all the rest you need today so you feel better tomorrow. Cat, what cat? This is my beard. It scratches like nothing. Scratches all over, yeah. Yeah, what's up? I don't know if she's ever meowed that close to stream, to the mic. What's up? Aside from me having woken you up, that was on me, I guess. I think it'd be fantastic if she was a shoulder cat and would just like sit in my hood on stream, but I don't think that's the kind of cat she is. Is Ian feeding you? Don't listen to her lies. I am. I feed her, but she has to take the medicine first. Meow back to you. Chat's meowing at you now. Oh. You have thoughts on this? Yeah, it's the cat stream now. She's like, get off the computer, it's my turn. I probably will be wrapping up here in a few minutes, though. We're gonna go for the 2 hours tonight. I am physically tired. Cat has words of wisdom. Oh yeah, absolutely. Wow. Really wants the attention today. I don't think she's ever been this vocal, like, on stream, on camera. You can hear her really, like, snotty purring. Show your face. Show your face on camera. There we go. Oh. Meow meow. All the meows. See, this is what she likes to do. She likes to rub her face on all the parts of the mic. Reminds you of a stream we once saw where the mainstream wasn't getting the attention, but the person in the background did. That's funny. Cat height, yeah. All of the cat hype. You'll be heading out. Have a good one. Alright, see you later, G-Hop. Thanks for tuning in, man. Hope you have a good day, I guess, for your Friday. Happy Friday to you. Hopefully see you again soon, man. Ooh, she's rubbing her chin on my thumb. I'm not sure why. Whatever she's doing, she's really getting into it. So I don't know. I don't know if she's like got an itch or something. It just needs it scratched. Is that what it is? No. She is an interesting cat. Oh, there she goes. Back to bed, I think. Let's double check. I didn't see. Yeah, we're good. So I didn't fully see that side of the screen. I was paying attention to Cat. But alright, guys. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna do I think like 2 more sets of encounters here, and then we'll call it for the night. And then we'll be back tomorrow with some Drifloon hunting. What's the fighting cat Pokemon with long arms? Are you thinking of Mindfu? Or Mindchow? Bycat, yeah. She went somewhere. I don't know if she went back to bed or if she went to go sit by the food bowl and wait for me to not give her food. Alright, guys. Final encounter. No shinies. No shinies today. But, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys all being here. We'll be back again tomorrow. So hopefully I'll see you then. I'm changing the stream time tomorrow to an hour later. Just so you're aware, it'll be starting at 8 p.m. my time. It is currently 9 p.m. my time. So, like, getting close. But, alright, guys. Yeah, thank you again, everyone, for being here. I'll see y'all next time. Until then, take care. I was just noting the cat came back. Alright, guys. See you tomorrow.